It always confuses me why any villain as part of any Disney movie always has to publicly declare that they are evil. They seem to acknowledge the fact that they are doing a bad thing, and they see themselves as this immoral being that does bad things on purpose. It seems a bit strange to me that all the bad people that we come across in our lives, or even like the serial killers that we dream about, most of them have a justification for their behavior. Like if you were to speak to a robber, they'd always have a reason for why they are doing what they're doing, and ultimately they'll probably believe that what they're doing is a good thing. They believe themselves to be good people just like you and me. However, by the standards of morality that most people hold, those things might not be true at all, because deep down we all believe that we are good people. Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Mariam and I make YouTube videos about productivity, self-development and all these topics that I just can't stop thinking about in my brain, and I love sharing them with you guys, my friends. If you like this video, then don't forget to subscribe, and please don't forget to drink your water, because you know it's really good for you and all that stuff. So today we're going to get a little bit philosophical. I think it's quite interesting if you think about it. What if bad people are just good people and they're just people that fail to express their goodness successfully? Just like the saying that hell is paved with good intentions. So I'm going to do my best to try and explain my theory. Why does everybody believe that they are a good person? I live at least in a Western society where everything is self-driven, it's self-motivated. Everything that we do within our society always leads back to who we are as people, and all the hobbies that we have and everything that we do to make ourselves seem interesting or successful. Even if we use it to make friends or get a promotion or whatever it is, essentially we all do it for ourselves. We get educated to make money, or we make relationships because of our own self-interest. In this spirit, every act that we carry out actually roots in our self-interest, even when we think it doesn't. For example, even when we give charity, there's something that tickles inside of our brain and our hearts that makes us feel like we're a good person with good intentions doing good. But really, all it does is boosts your own confidence to feel like you are a good person. What if I told you that it's actually just human nature to convince ourselves that we are good people? Now this is where the issue lies, because everybody has a different version of what being good means. We tend to justify our bad actions in our heads, and we fool ourselves into thinking that even though we may not always be right, like you say, well, the reason for why I did these bad actions or why I'm doing this, and even though it might be bad, is X, Y, and Z, we convince ourselves that it's all because we are not a bad person, and our justifications always root from something good. And we do this to maintain our own moral self-concept. I mean, you may have convinced yourself that it was the right thing to do to push that person, but unfortunately it may not have been the right good person thing to do. And I guess this is a reason why so many of us are so defensive about things that we actually do wrong. I know this is definitely true for me. Like, I am as defensive as anything. I just don't like criticism. And I've convinced myself so much that I am right in whatever that I do. When someone tells me otherwise, it's really hard to believe them. We defend ourselves to the extent that we always come to the conclusion that, you know, my actions may have been wrong and the way I carried myself out may have been wrong, but actually my intentions were pure, my intentions were right, my intentions. Look, I'm not here to call you a bad person, because we both know that it takes more than just pushing somebody on the street to be a bad person. But I do believe that our conscience supports our actions even when we're not 100% right. There have been so many instances in my life where I just couldn't understand how people were viewing me as the baddie. And that's because I have a very strong internal critical voice where I feel like I've criticized myself enough Therefore, nobody else has the right to do so. But it's only until I've put myself in the shoes of other people that I've realized that actually there's more than one way of viewing my action. And I myself only view myself as a person that I am on the inside and all the mushy gushy stuff that apparently I am. But the reality of me, the hard shell, my body and all of those things, they are up for interpretation. People don't know what's inside of me. And it's possible, despite whatever my intentions are, my behavior probably isn't so glamorous all the time anyway. It's so important for us to train ourselves to understand that everybody has different versions of what being good means. I figured this out quite early on, especially when I'd have breakups with my friends, and you know, sometimes we'd both be standing on such high moral grounds and we both felt so strongly that we were right about things, but in reality we were right about things, we just had different interpretations of what being right meant. So if you take anything from this video, please reflect that onto your own lives. Don't have this arrogance that we are always right, that we are at the height of moral grounds and we are untouchable. Because guess what, guys? None of us are perfect. And if you're wondering about anything, nothing I said in this video was wrong. It's all factually correct because I am never wrong. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. It was a pleasure to make as usual. Please follow my journey on everything if that's the kind of stuff you're into. And yeah, don't forget to drink your water.